Hello and congratulations. Thanks so much for joining me. Now, I know you signed up to Cracking the Facebook Reach Code because you know just how valuable Facebook is to your business. So, learning everything you can about how to use simple tricks to get you more reach without having to break the bank is pretty nice, right? So, what am I about to show you? Well, I'm about to show you how I took a struggling Facebook page with less than 20,000 page likes and reached over 17 million people in less than 3 weeks, all on a poor man's budget. Don't believe me? Okay. They say the proof is in the numbers, so why not take a look at these numbers? These are real results of an 18-month case study created by me, Gabriella Raponi. So I started this case study back in August of 2014, way after Facebook actually changed their algorithm, right? So the page likes at the time were about 17,987 page likes. The goal was 50,000 page likes. That was his goal. Now, given the very, very, very limited budget, I was able to forecast that we could easily achieve this result by December 2014, given we followed the strategy I set in place. Was the goal achieved? Oh yes, by December 4th, 2014, we reached our goal. Just take a look. Here is the raw stats that was actually exported from Facebook, and you can see here the 50,000 mark. Even better, just take a look at the page results over the past 18 months. So here's a great breakdown of the overall statistics for this page. So when I started to oversee this page back in August of 2014, the average 28-day organic reach was 22 million, and we ended the year at 50,000 page likes. Remember when we started, we only started 17,000 page likes, or at least that's when I came in, right? And in 2015, the average organic reach was 75 million, okay? 75 million. And we ended the year at 296,000 page likes. Not that bad. Now we get into 2016. Still same strategy, same plan. Nothing has changed. Nothing, right? Or at least the strategy. Some things have changed on the Facebook side, but always the strategy stays the same. And here we can actually see from January to May, that's when I ended the case study, that the average 28-day organic reach was 74 million, and the page likes were at 424,000. So you can tell here already that there's less than a million page likes, and we easily crushed and dominated organic reach. Now, there are many misconceptions about Facebook pages, and the biggest ones are: number one, that you need millions of Facebook page likes just to get millions in reach. Number two is that, well, organic reach is dead. So again, let me show you the numbers. So now we're actually looking at the page insights. Now, when I oversaw the page, we started about 17,800 something, but you can see here the date range that was pulled here was actually July. So you can see here July 25th, it was at 17,508, okay? Not major growth from when I took it. This is why it needed help. And we basically ended at 425,000. Now, 99.9% of all Facebook page likes were organic, okay? They were organic, as you can see here, okay? It's very clear. Organic is that light blue, paid is the darker blue, and you can tell here it's all light blue, okay? So 99.9%. Again, 99.9% of post reach. Post reach was all organic unpaid. Again, we can see here organic is light orange and paid is dark. So you can tell here from the date range. Okay, again, July 1st, I'm pulling the exact same date range. And you can tell here that it's all organic unpaid. Even better is the video views. Check this out. 99.9% of all video views were organic unpaid. Unpaid. What's even more impressive is the number of video views, okay? The 10-second video views. This page got over 171 million, okay? 171 million 10-second video views. That is incredible. That is definitely impressive, to say the least. Now, do you think your business could benefit from this type of reach? Probably. Do you still believe Facebook organic reach is dead? Again, Facebook organic reach is not dead. I repeat, Facebook organic reach is not dead. If these numbers don't convince you, I'm not really sure what else will. But let's continue. Now, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, we did have to spend some money at first, but it's probably not what you expect. Are you curious how much money was spent to help grow a page to 17 million reach in a little over 2 weeks? Can you guess? Less than $99. And even better, the total ad spent on this page alone during the 18 months was close to $312. It's actually more along $303. There's one ad in here actually that does not belong to me. That's $9 here. So it's safe to say about $300 was ever spent on this page. Again, the stats do not lie, guys. The numbers, this is why I'm showing you this. I'm being as transparent as possible with you because the numbers, the numbers never, ever lie. So yes, just a little over $300 was ever spent to advertise this page. That means that 99.99% of all post reach, again, was all organic. Proving again that the numbers do not lie and that Facebook organic reach is very, very much still alive and going very, very well. Now, my goal for this webinar is simple. I want to show you how you can easily reach millions on Facebook and you don't have to pay a penny for it. Does it mean you never will? Of course not. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say you'll never spend any money, since you can clearly see that I did have to suggest having to spend some money at first just to get the page rolling. But there is a smarter way to do everything. And I just had to basically build a strategy for it. Now, you might be wondering, who am I? That's a great question. Well, this is me, Gabriella Rapone. Actually, I started out as an account manager at an email service provider over 10 years ago. And then in 2006, I basically became an email list manager and started Ace Maverick Media. I'm also the creator of The Secrets to Inboxing, No Tech Skills Required. And in 2014, I basically started to dabble in Facebook ads, and I noticed something interesting that basically helped me reduce my ad costs to nearly half of what I was normally spending. Half. And that was big for me because I'm definitely thrifty. So I wanted to explore that a little bit more. Now, I've built hundreds of Facebook fan pages, and most of them were just basically to push ads, If any Facebook advertisers are out there listening, you probably know what I'm talking about. Now, I was really curious because I already had a proven strategy for reducing ad cost. So I was curious how this could be translated over to building a Facebook fan page. Luckily, I had a friend at the time that was looking to actually build his Facebook fan page. He had tried a few times to grow it, but really had no clue how to get more page likes and grow his reach. So I offered to help him build his page. In exchange, I could use him as a case study. This case study. This was truly the perfect combination because it allowed me to focus on what I love most: statistics and strategy. Now, his goal was pretty simple. He wanted to reach 50,000 page likes. Now, given his very, very, and I mean very, very limited budget, I had to get really, really, really creative. So I had to break down the stats and the analytics so I could dig a little deeper into exactly why I was able to cut my Facebook ad spending in half. Now, keep in mind, I started to oversee this page back in August 2014, and at the time, there was less than 20,000 page likes. So, given his goal of 50,000 page likes, and almost no budget, I basically predicted that by December, we could reach 50,000 page likes. So did we hit it? Oh, yes. Yes, we did. Well, you know what? We actually hit it on December 4th, actually. So still, all this happened because of the plan and the strategy I had set in place. Now, I should note, these results are not typical. They are not. I cannot guarantee that you'll get 1.5 million reach or 2.3 million reach or even 5.4 million reach or 28 million reach or 75 million reach. What I can guarantee you is that if you apply what I show you today, you'll start to see instant results. Guaranteed. Okay, well, listen, I can guarantee you 10 times more reach and 3 times more page likes. Here, let me just show you an example. Here's an example of a new client that I just took over. In less than 72 hours, I was able to instantly, as you can tell here, instantly improve their reach, okay? And again, very, very limited, tiny little budget. As you can tell here, there's tiny bit of paid reach, but everything else is banking on the strategy that I put in place. So look at the page likes, already 1,300% increase. That is, that's a lot more than 3 times, right? And let's just look at the reach now. The reach has increased to 17,000%, okay? All right, so let's get into this right now. So grab a pen and paper now because you're probably going to want to take some notes. And if you stay until the end, I have a very special offer just for you. So here's actually what you're going to learn. You're going to learn 3 really important things. And number 1 is you're going to understand the Facebook reach formula. Number 2 is we're going to break down the post data stats. And number 3, I'm going to show you how you can avoid the biggest mistake made by 90%, and that's probably even more, 90% of page owners out there. Now, what is the Facebook reach formula? Very simple, okay? This is basically going to help you understand exactly how Facebook ecosystem works, okay? Remember, what we have to do right now is build your base, build your foundation, okay? You need to understand how Facebook works first, okay? Like anything else, okay? If you're a mechanic, if you don't know anything about how cars work, you can't just open up a hood and start tinkering around, right? You need to know how things work together in order to put them back together. So this is why it's really, really important to actually understand how the actual ecosystem works, okay? And I'm going to explain it to you a little bit. And basically, this also helps you understand exactly how stories are created and how you can easily use simple tricks, okay? Tiny little, simple little tricks, probably things you never even thought about, okay? To help you give a little more boost to your post. Now, number 2 is breaking down the post data statistics, okay? Now, do you know why some posts get 300,000 reach while others get 70 million? There's a reason for that, guys, and it's right in front of you, okay? I'm going to show you that. I'm going to break down the post data stats, okay? So first, I'm going to lay the foundation, and then we're going to break down the post data stats so you understand how to optimize your posts. Okay, I'll help you break down the post data insights so you know exactly why a post failed to get more reach, okay? So you can stop getting frustrated about why your post didn't get any reach, okay? So again, okay, we're going to break it down for you. This is going to be really, really, really super simple for you. And number three is a big one, okay? Avoiding this major mistake, okay? I'm going to show you one of the biggest, and I mean biggest mistakes made by most page owners, okay? And it will instantly kill your page engagement, okay? And how you can basically avoid this. Now, I know there's a lot of misconceptions out there about Facebook. I know. And in this webinar, I'm going to basically help you debunk a lot of those misconceptions. Misconception number 1, okay? Misconception is gone are the good old days where Facebook page likes equaled the number of people you could reach, right? People still think about that. They think, well, in order to reach 1 million people, you need to have 1 million page likes. Absolutely not. Now, that hasn't been the case since the latter part of 2012. This is when basically Facebook changed the way page posts were seen, and this upset a lot of page owners because it now meant that they had to pay to reach their own audiences. However, what many page owners did not realize is that actually that was a good change, and I'll tell you why. Before, if you had 1 million page likes, it meant the most people you could ever reach was 1 million people. Now, this might seem like a good strategy, but was it really? You see, Facebook prides itself on being a platform that engages, and Facebook rewards pages with great engagement. So the more people you can engage, the more people you can reach, which is great. Now, you might be wondering, Gab, why is this so great? Simple. You see, before you were actually being limited by the number of page likes, whereas now, even if you only have 20,000 page likes, you can still reach millions of people. Pretty nice, right? So as long as you know how to engage, really the sky's the limit. That's the power of understanding your audiences and Facebook organic reach. So now we've all heard the word engagement, right? But what does it actually mean? Now, before you can actually understand engagement, I want you to write this down. So here we are at the Facebook reach formula. Actions lead to stories, and stories lead to engagement, and engagement leads to increased engagement, which leads to basically more reach. Sounds simple enough, right? Now, considering that there are over 10 actions that can be done on one single post, it's important to know which actions actually create stories, because there is a difference. Now, Facebook is all about creating stories, and stories are basically defined as anything that basically shows up in your news feed right here or your ticker. Yeah, that little ticker there on the right-hand side that almost no one ever looks at, but is actually there and actually seeing stories about people. Yeah, that's it. So there's two ways that you can actually see stories pop up. So it's important to actually see that. So let me actually get into a little bit more detail about how stories are actually created, okay? So here are Facebook stories created by you, served by Facebook, and shared with the world. So let's just say this is you, okay? This is you. Now, let's just say, okay, imagine you just posted a picture on your page about what a great event you had, and you can't wait to do it next year, right? You just posted that on your fan page. Now, this is Kelly, okay? Kelly's a friend of yours, okay? She sees this story in her news feed, and she comments on it and says, wow, I can't believe you went without me. Oh, no. And now this is Mark. Okay, Mark is actually Kelly's friend. Okay, he doesn't even know who you are. Okay, so Mark is Kelly's friend, but he saw a story in his ticker. That's that right hand side ticker there that no one ever really looks at. Some people do. And he complimented you on the amazing event, right? That's what he did. Now, these are Mark's friends. Okay, they saw that Mark commented in their news feed because it created another story in their newsfeed. Now they're all jumping in, right? They're all jumping in. Okay, so none of these guys, they don't know. They don't actually know who you are. They don't know who Kelly is. They know who Mark is. And they basically just jumped on it. So that's how basically stories are created, okay? And this is fundamentally where a lot of people start to get confused because they don't really know how to get the reach. So if they understood a little bit more about how to actually create stories, then you can get a little bit more creative about how to actually get those stories out. Now, again, it's important to remember that not all actions create stories, but most post actions do factor into engagement. The question is, do you know what popular post actions actually factor into engagement to get you millions, and I mean millions, in reach? Now, there are many ways that you can easily increase your organic unpaid stories. And today I'm going to share with you a couple of my favorite tips. I'm going to share with you 3 easy ways that you can create more Facebook stories. Number 1 is try sharing your post in a group that you know will engage in your post. Okay, so now just imagine this. Okay, you're on your Facebook fan page. Okay, you just posted something. You know you're in a few groups that would probably like this. So why not share it? Number 2, share your content on your personal page. Okay, when it's, of course, when it's relevant. Okay, you don't want to just start showing everything on your page because, again, if your own friends or people who follow you are not into it, then it's not going to help you at all. So you need to make sure it's actually relevant. And number 3, you can actually even use page ambassadors. Now, this is not 100% free, but I'll tell you a little bit more about it. So you might be wondering what a page ambassador is, right? So simply put, it's basically someone who actively engages on your page, okay? Actively, okay? You know, there's always that one person who, no matter what you post, will always comment, click, share everything, okay? They just love you no matter what it is that you do. You want these guys. These guys are your key players. Now, currently, Facebook doesn't have any way to track the most engaged users. So one way you can easily track them is by basically using a third-party service like Agora. Agora Plus, actually. Agora Plus actually is one of my favorite tools when it comes to managing Facebook. When it actually comes to managing any social media platform, they're actually very good in terms of breaking down stats. Really do like them. Now, this leads us into number 2, breaking down post data engagement. Okay, so we've laid your foundation. Okay, I've explained to you exactly how Facebook stories are created and how you can easily create more engagement through creating your own stories. Now I'm going to basically show you why some posts fail to get reach and others get massive, massive reach. 8,000 reach versus 75 million reach. Yeah, definitely you want to know why there is such a huge discrepancy. And I'm going to reveal to you exactly why that is by breaking down the post data engagement stats. So make sure you got that pen and paper with you. Okay, so here we can actually see the actual posts. Okay, you can see here now. Now, I'm going to break it down for you in a kind of a brief way. Okay, so I color coded it. So stick here to the left-hand side. So here, I actually did everything color coded. So here, if you stick on the red, is all the totals. Okay, so here on the vertical column, right, so we're going to stick here to the vertical columns here. So the 51 likes, comments, and shares, these are the total percentage breakdowns, okay? So here in the horizontal, it's all the totals on the horizontal. On the vertical, it's the total on the vertical side, okay? So just an example here, the 11 plus 27 equals 38 likes, okay? The 38 likes right now, that makes up 75% of likes, comments, and shares, right? Of engagement, okay? Well, factors of engagement, okay? So again here, so the 2, 5 equals 7, that's 14% of all engagements, okay? Same thing here, the 12% here is the total of the shares, okay? So that's how I'm breaking it down. So stick with the colors. Now, I know what you might be thinking, okay? Hey, 8,400 isn't terrible reach, but, you know, I would agree with you. 8,000 isn't bad. It's not terrible, but everything is relative. So when your average weekly reach is 50 million, 8,449 reach is definitely something to be concerned with. I mean, it's not even, it's less than a 0.001%. It's fractions. It's nothing. Now, the main reason it's so important to understand the 4 factors of engagement is simple. Facebook loves, and I mean loves, to play around with its algorithm and change stuff all the time, especially when it's approaching the end of a reporting quarter. No fail. They love to change and tweak things around. So this is why it's critical to understand the metrics that influence engagement. Now, if I didn't know about the 4 factors of engagement, would I have been able to do this? Reach 75 million people? Probably not. Now, do you know what factor or which metric of engagement will get you more reach? The answer will definitely surprise you. But before we get to that, it's important that you learn how to calculate and understand the 4 factors of engagement, because it will allow you to easily optimize your post. Because back in the day, posting on Facebook was much simpler, right? It was all about likes and shares. If you liked and shared, you got more reach, right? Now it's all about reactions, comments, shares, clicks, every single one of those which create Facebook stories. And the more stories created, the greater the engagement and the greater the page reach. Because the simple trick to mastering Facebook organic reach is knowing how to read and interpret the numbers right in front of you so you can adjust the type of content that you post. Because you need to know why some of your posts fail and others get massive, massive reach. Now, there are 2 steps to understanding post engagement. Step 1 is calculate engagement rate. Simple calculation goes like this: reactions plus comments plus shares plus clicks divided by reach multiplied by 100. And that's basically how to simply calculate your engagement rate. And number 2 is learn how to break down your post data stats so you can easily see where you can improve. And this is where most people actually fail, because while they see the numbers in front of them, right? They see a bunch of numbers, they have no clue what to do with them. Or even worse, they have no idea what they mean, right? They have no clue. And I understand that can be super intimidating. I understand that. And this is why I'm going to break it down for you. Now, let's actually take a look at an example and see why post A got a fraction of the reach that post B did. Okay, guys, let's stick with the color codes here again, okay? So everything here on the horizontal here, is going to be the total. Okay, it's going to be the total, and the red is going to be the percentage of that. Okay, so stick with me on this one. So I'm going to briefly kind of go through this. I've already done the calculations for you, so no need to break out the calculator. So here you can actually tell here, okay, so we did the post, the comments. So here we actually did the likes plus the comments plus the shares plus the clicks, right? So you can tell here, and then we divided it by the reach, and we can tell here that we got a 5% engagement rate, right? Okay, let's take a look at this post now, post B. Post B, again, we calculated the reactions, comments plus shares. That's 2 million, right? 2 million plus the 14 million 8, which is the post clicks, equals 16.8 million. And we divided by the reach, and we basically got 22% engagement rate. So there you go. When you clearly break it down, you can see here that the engagement rate was 5%, and the engagement rate here on post B was 22%. But again, you have to look deeper into the numbers, because just looking at the engagement rate doesn't tell you how you can optimize, right? So this is what you want to basically look at, is the discrepancies between the two. You want to see where it is that you were able to leverage more. So you can tell here on post A, well, I got some good comments, likes, and shares. Didn't do too bad, right? Did pretty okay. But if you compare it to post B, you can see here that the reason why it got more engagement and why it was able to, get a greater reach was because there was actually more engagement on the share side as opposed to just the post side. Okay, and that's the difference. You can see here in post A that there was a lot more engagement on the actual post itself as opposed to the actual shared post. Okay, so that's when actually people shared it and people comment and engaged. That's when you actually start getting a lot more engagement. Okay, so again, okay, just for you guys to see the difference. Okay, so that when you are actually on a page or you're posting somewhere, then you know if you want to up that reach, what you need to actually do. Again, this is all 100% legit. It's not like this is any sort of, black hat techniques or anything like that. But again, it's just so you can understand how to leverage and use Facebook to your advantage. So as you can see, there isn't just one factor that will help you get 10 times more reach. So no, it's not enough that you just share a post, okay? You still need to comment, react, and click, and do all of that other engagement stuff that Facebook loves. Now, of course, you're not going to break down every single post manually, okay? Now, to quickly see your page post engagements, you can always just visit your page insights just like this, right? So if you actually visit your page, you click on insights, then you go to posts, and then you click on engagement rate, you can actually sort here by engagement rates. Now, that is basically the quick and easy way to view your post insights quickly. But I can tell you guys from experience that the numbers don't always make sense, okay? They don't always. They're not always 100% reflective, okay? Which is why I prefer to actually break them down manually, especially if I see something isn't making sense. If I see something that's reporting, 3%, 3% engagement, but it's getting some insane reach or vice versa, I'm going to go in and break down the stats, okay? Facebook is not perfect. Now, there's another reason why post A didn't get the reach it should have. Can you guess what that was? Can you guess why? All right, this brings us to tip number 3, okay? This, I have to admit, is probably one of the biggest page killers for most page owners out there. Now, considering that there are 3 ways to kill engagement on your Facebook page, I'm going to share with you the number 1, and I mean number 1 engagement killer, and that is ego. That's right, ego. Yes, ego. If there's any copywriters out there, you probably know what I'm referring to right now. Now, if there are any copywriters out there, you'll probably know exactly what I'm referring to. For everyone else, let me show you an example of an ego-driven post. Hey, check us out. We make great cupcakes. Now, how could we have made this a little bit better? Simple. Why not try this instead? You'll love our mouthwatering cupcakes because our passion for making them energizes everyone we create for you. Now let's be honest for a second. Which one would you have clicked on? Would you clicked on A or B? Now let's look at the main differences between the 2 posts. Post A is all about, oh my God, look at me, look at my product, look how great I am, right? It's all about, hey, check us out, we make great cupcakes, yay. And post B is, hey, see how my product can help you? You see? You see? We make amazing cupcake because our passion for making them energizes everyone we make for you. Do you see how that's different? It's a tiny little shift, but that tiny little shift makes a huge difference. Now do you see the difference between the two posts? Now let's get back to the feeling post. Okay, would you say this was more ego or benefits driven? Let me show you. So if we take a look at it, what does it say? Here's a free video on how to use simple principles to improve your open guard. Okay, well, actually, it's a mix of the two, but what it basically lacks is its major benefit. Okay, now again, I'm no Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu expert, but what I can see here, it's basically lacking its major benefit in terms of how is this actually going to help me improve? Like, what is opening my guard actually help me do? Right? What's the benefit? Why do I want to learn this? Right? So it's missing that major benefit. Again, sometimes it's those tiny little tweaks, okay, that make a huge, huge difference. So how can you improve on this? So next time you post, just create an outline and list the benefits to your users and create a headline around those benefits. And it's really simple to do. This way you can see the types of benefits your audience actually engages with. Okay, this is your time to test to see which ones they actually like more. Easy enough, right? Easy enough, right? This is why it's so important that when you actually set up your page, that you do a few things first. And number one is set your goals for your page. Okay, what is the overall goal for your page? Are you just trying to create a fan page to create a following? Are you trying to actually monetize it, drive traffic? What are you trying to do? Because all of these things are going to basically dictate what type of reach or what type of engagement you need to actually go for. And next is listing your objectives. Again, that objective. Are you trying to monetize this page? You're just trying to grow it. What are you doing? And lastly is the tone of your page. Okay, are you going for funny? Are you going for serious? Are you going for a mix? What is it that you want to do? Now, I can tell you from my experience on Facebook, people love to do two things. Okay, they love to laugh and they love to argue. Okay, so if you're into those two things of making people laugh and pissing people off, then yeah, you're in a good place. Oh, and remember, this applies to any page regardless of vertical and niche, okay? Because I get a lot of questions from people asking me, well, will this work for this? Will this work for that? This strategy works for any page, okay? The basic principles are simple, okay? I've given you the base already, okay? I've even broken down engagement for you, and I've even told you how to improve headlines. So yes, this works for every single niche out there. So whether you're selling a product, okay, even if you're a public figure or organization, the same rules always apply. Why? Because what good is having 98 million page likes if only 7,000 people are talking about you, right? What's the point? What's the point of building these great big pages, right? I mean, okay, a lot of it is for social proof, okay? Page likes, fortunately, we all know the benefit to page likes is just the social proof. That's it. It's the only benefit, okay? I mean, there's other benefits too, but you'll have to check out another video that I created about that. But there's very limited benefits about actual page likes. Because in all honesty, guys, the equivalent of 7,000 people talking about you is the equivalent of reaching about 1 million people, okay, out of a possible 400 million people. Okay, so this is why it's important when you're building your pages that you have all those objectives, you have your tone, you have your goals. Because what's the point? I mean, there's just so much, I wouldn't say lost opportunity, but definitely there is a way to improve on that. Now, you may not realize the massive benefits to mastering organic unpaid reach. Even if you don't want to master it, learning even just a few tricks that I just gave you can instantly help you cut your ad spend in half, because that's how I basically got started in all this, and help you create and deliver content that is sure to engage 10 times more users. So no more waiting like this, okay, when you post, because I know that feeling. You post something and you're still waiting. I know that feeling, super frustrating. So if you're trying to generate sales for a product, why not showcase that product with benefits? Maybe in a 30-second video showing people how it can actually help them. Or get creative and go outside the box and make people laugh. Check this out. This is Doug the Pug. Look at this. Look at this. This is it. Doesn't take much, right? Just put an animal with a product and boom, boom, you got organic reach, okay? At the end of the day, it's all about getting people to engage. But remember, you won't be able to engage unless you understand your audiences. Yes, audiences, plural. There is more than one. Now, guys, would you agree that our time together so far has been pretty well spent? Now, I can't cover everything you need to know during this video series, okay? Even if we had all day, okay? I couldn't do this. No way. So I have a special offer for you guys so you can get everything you need to know. And if you act fast, I'm going to give you a very, very special deal. And you will be thrilled. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get over 4.5 hours of Facebook organic reach training. That is a $2,200 value. Training exercises to help you understand your audiences, because as you can tell, there are other audiences at play, okay? And that's a $1,200 value right there. You're also going to get the Maverick Benchmark Analysis, the MBA. That's right. If you don't have an MBA, you'll get it now, okay? And that's a $997 value. And this is something that I use for every single one of my clients when they come on board, okay? It's the first thing I do. We got to break it down, right? Got to benchmark. We got to set our goals for our next quarter. And you'll also get the toolkit filled with amazing resources, okay? That's a $500 value right there. This is a total value, guys, of $5,000. $5,000. And definitely, I can tell you this much, definitely worth every single penny. Now, you might be wondering, who has this worked for? Well, you have the case study at play, right? And this is all based on this one case study. So yes, organic reach most definitely works. Also worked for Ryan Dombrowski, okay? We basically changed his strategy quickly, as you can see too in the example I just showed you earlier. Okay, it doesn't take much. You see instant improvements, okay? Made a few slight adjustments and boom, he saw immediate results. Then there was Kristen. Kristen was actually spending over $200 a day boosting posts, okay? Crazy boosting posts. And basically when I showed her, okay, how to shift her strategy a little bit in terms of, improving her content, she basically stopped paying for any boost post afterwards. So definitely. And then there's Carrie. Carrie, this was an interesting one because, they were so stuck on this idea of what they wanted their page to be. And just by looking at it, I was like, hey, the stats are pretty much clearly telling you that people are not really into what's going on here. So maybe you might want to switch your target and your focus to maybe focus on another type of audience. And once they actually did, they actually saw a 400% increase. 400% immediately. And that's big. And these guys were big spenders. These guys were spending over close to about $5,000 a day on ad spend. So just by switching their focus, it was able to quickly, and I mean seriously, reduce that ad budget. And not only that, they were able to quickly scale as well. They were able to actually get a lot more reach with the money they were spending. So yes, it doesn't take much, guys. Sometimes it just takes a tiny little tweak here and there. So you have two choices right now. So you have the first option where you can basically continue to do things the way you are doing it now. Or there's a second option. You can decide you want to improve your business and take advantage of Facebook organic reach the way it was meant. Here's actually what Matthew had to say about the course. He's basically seen a lot of online training courses, okay? And he's taken quite a few of them, but none of them went through the same detail. So much of it was geared towards paid traffic that he missed out on learning about the other half. And that's actually true, right? Because trust me, if you're able to master organic, then mastering paid reach is so much easier because you're going to know exactly what tricks it is that you need to do to apply it in order to get more for your, basically, more bang for your buck, basically. Because as he says right here, if you can master your audience using unpaid traffic, then the rest is cherry on top. And Matthew is very much right about that. So here's what you're going to get. Again, you're going to get over 4.5 hours of organic Facebook training. You're going to get the training exercises to help you understand your audiences. You're going to get the Maverick Benchmark Analysis, the MBA. You're going to get the toolkit filled with amazing resources, a total value of $5,000. And you're also going to get a bonus number 1, which is the ad stats. Okay, there's a little bonus that I threw in for you guys. Now, remember, this is not a course about how to master Facebook ads. Okay, this is Mastering Facebook Organic Reach. Okay, but I do kind of touch on how I basically show you how I went from paying 7 cents a click to paying basically a fraction of a penny clicks. Okay. And I was targeting the two most expensive countries out there, which was Australia and the United States. So yes, you're going to get that bonus. You're also going to get a bonus number 2, which is getting an Insta boost, right? So what do you actually need to do when your Facebook page suddenly drops? And it does, right? Sometimes it just drops. So what can you do? So I'm going to actually show you what I did to get an Insta boost. So again, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get over 4.5 hours of organic Facebook training. You're going to get the training exercises. You're also going to get the Maverick benchmark analysis. You're going to get the toolkit filled with amazing resources. And you're also going to get bonus number 1, valued at close to $1,000, and bonus number 2, how to boost your page when it suddenly drops. That alone is $1,000 value as well. All this for a total value of $7,000. Now, if all I did was show you how you could easily reach 10 times more people on Facebook without having to pay for it, would it be worth it to you? If all I did was get you to cut your ad spend by 30, 40, or even 50%, would spending $7,000 be worth it to you? Now, if all I did was get you to easily create content, would it be worth it to you? Let me show you this, okay? Have you ever tried to boost a Facebook post and seen what it would actually cost you to reach your audiences? This is I love doing this. So let me actually show you. So here you can actually tell a post here. Okay, so here you can tell it reached 600,000 people. Now, of course, every page is going to be different. This particular page right now, if you take a look at it, if I wanted to reach, it already reached organically 600,000 people. But what would happen? But what if I had to pay for this reach? How much would it cost me? So as you can tell here, okay, Facebook estimates that if I wanted to actually boost this post to 600,000 people, it would cost me $2,000. $2,000 for one boost post, okay? So again, this is just a reminder of what is boosting a post actually worth to you, because that's how much you would have paid if you didn't know organic reach. And again, I'm targeting here locations, okay, Australia, United States, which is 2 locations that regardless, I always target. So now you can probably see why others are basically paying me $3,000 a month to oversee and manage their Facebook pages. Okay, so yes, I charge people $3,000 a month, not to post. I don't post anything unless I really have to. As you can tell, I did definitely post on that page whenever it was going down. But the point is I give you the strategy, I oversee, I manage, I tweak, I do what I have to, but I am never creating content and I'm not posting anything for you. $3,000 a month, the savings that I give most of these advertisers is huge. Okay, so there is major benefits to just tweaking even a couple of posts here and there. Okay, massive savings. Now you can see why. Okay, it's even a good deal at $5,000 because now you can see why even at $5,000, this is a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal. But because you're special, and I know you are, you took the time out of your day to come here and join me, and I am so appreciative of that. Thank you so much. Just to get you started for right now, today, okay, it is $297. That's right. You can get massive social reach today, okay? My full blueprint of exactly what I do, okay, with every single one of my clients for $297. Okay. Now, $297 is almost half of what I normally charge an hour. Okay. I charge $497. I charge $500 an hour, guys. So even if you wanted to do this one-on-one with me, that would be close to 5 hours. So yeah, this is a much, much better deal. But I also have another bonus for you guys. Okay. There is this bonus, which I'm really excited about because I think there's probably some pretty good major potential here. So bonus number 3 is a private Facebook group. Okay, this alone is valued at $3,000 because that $3,000 that people pay me a month, you're going to get me in this group. You can ask me whatever it is you want. We're going to go through every conversation, any problems that you have. This is the place to do it. Okay, and that alone is worth $3,000. Okay, but nope, this is only for buyers. This is not for lurkers or people who purchased and wanted a refund, whatever it is. No, if you are an active buyer, you get access to this group, okay? And I know a lot of people have been asking for an organic, Facebook group, but everyone thinks it's dead. But as you can clearly see, it is not dead. So to get started now at just $297, because this price is not going to last long. And even so, this may not be on the shelves for a long time either, because just like Disney, it's going to go back in the vault. Okay, it definitely will. So you have two choices. The first option is you can continue to do things as you're doing them now and maybe continue to, continue getting frustrated with that. Or you have the second option. You can decide that you want to improve your business today and take advantage of this Facebook organic reach the way it was meant to be taken advantage of, because Facebook reach is not dead. You can clearly see it's not dead. And if you even apply all those principles I gave you today, you will see instant results. Now, my guarantee is really, really simple, okay? Now, being in customer service for years, I do understand how important it is to keep people satisfied and happy, okay? But I do also believe that refunds are a privilege, okay? They're not a right, okay? Just because you purchase something does not automatically mean that you can get refunded for it. So if after 30 days you didn't get any value, because that's my concern with, is whether or not you got value from this, then let me know and I will be happy to refund you. Because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you're getting the value and it's helping you reach your actual goals. So the real question, everyone, is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out? Which, if it doesn't, okay, even if it does half of what I've claimed today on this webinar, it will basically pay for itself. And it will. $300 is probably less than a fancy pair of shoes or, a couple or a fancy night out dinner. I mean, here is something that you're doing for your business to help you, educate you so that you can get yourself to the next level and improve your business. Now, could your business benefit from reaching 10 times more people for almost $0? Almost $0. So let me show you what to do next. Just click on the link below and go to Get Massive Social Reach to take advantage of this $297 offer. And again, here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the 4.5 hours of Facebook organic training. You're also going to get the training exercises to help you understand your audiences. You're also going to get the Maverick benchmark analysis. You're going to get the toolkit filled with amazing resources. You're going to get bonus number 1, bonus number 2, which will basically help you boost your page when it suddenly drops. And you're going to get bonus number 3, which is the private buyers only Facebook group. Buyers only, for a total value of $10,000. Guys, this is a $10,000 value and you're getting it at a steal, okay? Just to get started down today, it's $297 because just like Disney, it's going to go back in the vault. And actually, this price will only last for the next 10 days. After that, it's going up to $497. So get it while you still can. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to email me at the link below as well. Thank you so much. And do remember, if this video helped you, please do share this with a friend and share this with a colleague who will probably benefit from this, because just with the 3 tips, there is a lot of help that you can get with that. So guys, sharing sometimes is really, really caring. And in this case, it truly, truly is. So it's okay to share. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for spending the time with me. Again, improve your business today. Get started today at this super low price of $297. You really have so much to gain. Thank you so much.